Yes, you know what that means. I went yarn shopping. I went yarn shopping and I went yarn shopping at my local yarn store, Thread Fabric, my favorite, favorite place to be. And I went because I woke up to an email that said that they missed me and were giving me a discount to come shop with them, and that is exactly what I did. The best part about it is they were having a clearance sale that I did not realize, and I found incredible deals. So I want to share them with you today. First off, they had, oh wait, first off, I wanted to share with you because I feel so pretty in these. Some new earrings that I have, well, fairly new. I haven't had them too long. From the Sparkling Bead. Oh, hope you can see them. Pooja does such a wonderful job. And this particular, these particular chandelier earrings, they have a gold hook. So everything she does is high quality and she uses the best materials. If you're interested, I'll have her a link to her Etsy shop in the description below. But I bought 2 tasting kits. I didn't even know tasting kits were a thing. And so today, while I'll review mine, but if you are interested, I am more than happy to send it your way so that you can have the same testing experience. But I did buy 2, one for me, one for you, and if you're interested, please let me know by reaching out to me on Instagram or in my email that you can find on my profile. But in this tasting kit, all of the yarns here are from Berroco. Now, I have had no experience with Berroco yarn, so I was very glad, and also too I realized that some of these yarns are around the same size, so you can actually make a project. So if you're a person that likes scrappy projects, you'll like these. But I really wanted to try them because I have skin irritations from different types of yarns, and I wanted to know if I would have any type of reaction, and this was a great way to test it for $2.50. $2.50 a bag. Yes, so here we go. This is Berroco Providence. It's 65% merino, 20% alpaca, 15% silk. And as you can see, even though it has alpaca, I'm not itching. And also you can see 75% merino, I'm still not itching. So I guess it really depends on how a company is treating their yarn and treating their fibers as to whether or not how it may irritate the skin. When I would shop in Hobby Lobby before, anything with just a smidgen of wool or alpaca, it just would not work for me. So if you want to try it, this is a beautiful, beautiful blend, and you can see it. I've noticed that I really do like silk, that sari type silk spun into different things. This is really nice. I'm really glad I experienced it. And so this tasting kit is very similar to the other one. The colors are almost the same, but there's a tiny bit more blue. Not much. I mean, it's not even blue. It's like teal. It's a really pretty color. And there's some more orange and tan in this one as opposed to, and pink, as opposed to, they're both so pretty, as opposed to this one. They're just gorgeous. And this one is Arno 57, and it is so soft. So soft. It's 57% cotton, 43% merino wool. And I've learned from this tasting kit, you guys, that I can use merino wool and it doesn't have to be superwash. I probably will still be a little partial to the superwash because of how it's less shrinkage when it dries when you wash it. But I don't know, this feels really good. And the way that it's spun, it's almost like a chain. It is like a chain. Can you see that? It's really neat, so it looks durable, but at the same time, I can see myself making a cardigan, but not a sweater with this, not socks. It's hard for me to explain, but I guess it's because it's not superwash, so it looks like it just may felt a bit. So, well, I could wear I could make a cardigan with this. I definitely wouldn't wear a sweater, make a sweater with it, but to each his own. I just pulled a cloud out of a bag. This feels so good. Oh, this is Vibe, Berroco Vibe, and these are acrylic. Excuse me, and this is Berroco Vibe, and these are organic fibers. 45% organic cotton and a 45% organic wool, 10% nylon, and it feels amazing. It even looks like a little sheepy baby. Isn't it? It just popped right out. Isn't that precious? And it has a really cute, and I say cute because you've got to see this. It almost looks like how the original hair grew, that little kink to it, that little kink to the wool. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's there. It's beautiful. It looks so, it feels like a cloud, and it feels so natural. I can see this easily being like a headband, a cardigan, a sweater. This is very pretty. I'd be a little nervous about washing it with it just being wool and not superwash, but it's really beautiful. Let's see if that will stay. Now this I couldn't wait to get my hands on. I love the color, and the line is called Cocoa, and it is 100% superwash merino. I love everything about it. I love the texture. You know I'm a texture girl. Look at the little crinkle. I love it. I love how it's dyed. I love the color combination. I think this is my favorite out of all, and it's light. It is so very light. You would think if you made, you see that? You would think if you made a sweater with it, it would be so heavy. It is very light. I love it, and I even like that little pop of blue in it. Boy, it's just really pretty. Now this was an interesting, it's a little loose too. This was an interesting cotton spun. It's very similar to that chainette spun in the Arno, but it's 100% cotton, and it kind of has that tape, that kind of like that tape yarn look to it, but it's not really full. It is flat. It is flat, but not in a sense that the tape yarn is. It's so hard to explain, but it's almost as if you can see, I wonder if you can see that. You can see the stitches inside that makes it look less like a chain. It's very hard for me to explain. I've never seen a yarn like this before, but it is soft. It feels kind of like, it was like a t-shirt type, like a t-shirt, not like the softest t-shirt material, you know, some they make now super soft, but it's like a t-shirt type of material. This is really nice, and it's Estiva. I like that. See, I would have never known. Okay, let's see. You know, this is going to be one of my favorites. I love this purple too. It's 100% superwash merino, ultra fine wool. Look how precious. This is so precious. And it was spun very loosely. It's a 2-ply. And it's definitely fine. It is a fingering weight. Most of these are on the smaller weight, like between sport, except that chunky and fingering. This is so lovely. You guys, I can already see. Oh, what am I gonna do with it? If you're wanting to taste that sample, what are you planning on doing with it? Because it's like more or less like a scrap yarn, but it's more than just scraps. But moving on to the next yarn is Mantra, and this is surprisingly a silk. A silk that it more or less in visually mimics like linen, which I love because I am not a fan of shiny cotton. Only time I like it is, like I mentioned before, when it's spun into something else. So this too is more or less like a sport, no, a fingering weight. And I like this because it would be cute to put a little dye on this. But I like this natural look of the silk. And it has that look of linen after linen has been washed, and it's so soft. Silk is always very soft and very smooth. But I like this because it looks like it will easily become one of your favorite t-shirts. And it can take some rubbing and take some loving. It was spun fairly tightly too. This is beautiful. Very beautiful. And lastly, I've talked about linen so much. This is linen. It's 100% linen. And you know what? When I was in the store to pick up my order, I noticed that there was some flax yarn. Have you ever worked with flax yarn before? I'd never even seen it before. And I'm wondering if it does the same thing as linen and it gets softer after it's used, because I did touch it and that's why it's still there. Because when I touched it, it was so rough to me that I just couldn't see it next to my skin. And I don't really make accessories like belts, bags, things like that. I like to make wearables, garments, so it didn't appeal to me. But this color is really, really pretty. You know, at first I thought this was more of a tonal, but it's not. And I'm on the fence about whether or not I really like tonals. As you see, I don't show very many tonal yarns, but it really depends on how it's worked up. But this is the color is evenly distributed through and through, and this would make a beautiful top. And it is chain spun. This is really pretty. So once again, if you are interested in that sampling kit, just let me know that you want it. Say, I would like the sample kit to just feel the different textures of yarn, or I would like the sample kit to make this with it. So please put it in the comments below if you would like it. That would be fun. And I would love to know what you'll make with it, because I know I want to make something with mine, but I don't know what I want it to be. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you was quite unexpected for me to buy, considering my skin irritations, but I had to give it a try because it was a little over $1 per ball. And I bought all of them. Yes, I did. Universal Fin. Never tried it before. As I mentioned, a little more than $1. $1. Premium yarn. 50% acrylic, 25% superwash merino, 25% alpaca. I was willing to take that risk. 230 yards. And yes, I got all of them. All 9 balls. They're a little over $1. So that's my excuse, that's my reason, that's my story, and I am sticking with it. But it was so unexpected. I'm so grateful because it was such a good buy. Like, that's such an impressive buy. So I was really happy about that. So in the spirit of gratitude, how about we have a giveaway? That's right, for my subscribers. If you're interested in these 8 beautiful donuts, let me know in the comments below what you would like to use them for, who you would like to give them to, and that's it. Another thing that I tried, and I was so thankful that the clerk, Ashley there, said if I don't like it, I could return it. She was so sure that I would love it, but I didn't. Is a crochet hook from Likey. It's driftwood. I bought a 3.75 millimeter hook. You know, I work with smaller yarns, and the hook head caused so much snagging. It was very disappointing to work with. And I had bought a full set of the Knitter's Pride Dreams, and I hated them, and I sold them on Mercari. I really didn't like it. And this is very similar to it, so unfortunately it didn't work out. Now I will say that it is as smooth as butter when it does glide in and out of stitches. So it's just how I crochet and the way that I crochet, and I guess how I grab my yarn. It was very splitty and it wasn't a good experience. So I will be taking this back. But this, I've had my eyes on this colorway. Do you do a bloom when you look at the colors in your colorway? Like, what I mean is, like, do you push them out like this to see the colors? Well, I didn't do it so great with that one. You can see I bloomed this one out here. Let's see. I love doing that, but I bloom my yarns. And this particular one, and I got all of them because I'm going to make the cardigan of my dreams with this yarn, and it is going to be something I've made for everyone else except myself in the same style. That is I made a slouch on the couch cardigan that's super oversized, but I never made one that actually fit to my body. When I have made one that sort of fits to my body, it was still a little bit bigger. I gave it away, and everyone that I've made those for, it's just a large rectangle. It's a cocoon. It's a cocoon cardigan, and everyone loves them. And I don't have one in that same fitted style. So when I saw this, I knew that I was going to have that eclectic cocoon cardigan that I've been wanting to make for so long. And I'm probably going to still make a black one too. These colors, I'm so excited. I can barely even show you. It's Cascade Yarns. I think you pronounce it Tangier, and it's 53% silk and 17% cotton, 16% acrylic, and 14% rayon, which is bamboo. And it is gorgeous. See that? I love this yarn. It's going to be able to take some wear. Oh, it's so beautiful. It doesn't have that halo-y. I'm so funny about that halo. It doesn't have that halo-y effect. And it's just, but I don't know if I want to stitch it up like I always do with double crochets. I'm going to have to do some swatches. Or if I'm going to want to do a Tunisian, I've got to do some swatches. But y'all, these are my colors. And what I really like about it, it has that teal, it has all the fall colors, but that mauve-y, it's like a dusty rose. Oh, it just, that was everything. Because sometimes when you can throw pink in with this, for me, it's so off, it doesn't look right. But this is just, you see that? They were originally $15, and they were marked $15.99. They were $16, and they were marked down to $5. I took no chances, and I got them all, and I love them. They have 220 yards, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have enough to make that cardigan. You guys, I'm so happy about my little haul from my local yarn store, my happy place. But that's all that I have to share with you guys today. Oh, and I don't want to forget, if you're new to this channel, it's your first time viewing, thank you so much for choosing to stay this long and seeing it to the end. And I hope that you enjoyed this content. If there's anything that you would like to see, my subscribers, please let me know in the description below. I'll make another video about it. Try to shoot a new video about a different subject, topic, material, hooks. I'm open for anything. just let me know. I love you, my fiber friends. I love you so much. I love you, my crafters. Sometimes I have planners that watch this channel as well, and I've got to do a planning video. But I'm here for it. I'm here for all the crafts. But most importantly, since I'm saying goodbye, I want you to be safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.